On EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47 -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. That's fielded in the end zone. Yeah, they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Here we go, here we go. Tackle. 49, check 49, check 49.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
11. 2. Hey, exit. Mike 57. Here we go.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 43. Over. 36. Check your hot read. Hey, kill. Turn up, back.
From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll buy some time right. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. A big play that time for the Ravens. 54 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Mike 20, Mike, go.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Get it together,
At the Niners' 18-yard line.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Niners 3, Ravens nothing.
Ready. 20, Mike 20. You can't block me. You can't block us. Mike 20. Woo-hoo. There go Mike 20. I'm coming.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson flush to his right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. 3rd down here. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Kill. Hopper. Hey, Mike 20. Alert flare. Let it go.
He may try and run for this. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expecting to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed him.
super toe.
He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
65.
This is Mostert. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go on fourth down with Garoppolo. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Alert three. Slam.
On first and 10, it's Jackson being chased out left. Snead's got it. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Mike 20. Good track. Hey, no, 20, Mike 20. All day, dog.
This is Ingram on first and 10. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the sack here, second and 11.
Hey, we got Mike 20. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Watch out. Delta. Shift. Watch the shift. Out. Back. Watch the twist.
Jackson now, escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
It's going to be a long day. Mike 20. Watch the curl. Check three. Six. Mike 20. Watch the curl. You edge, yeah. You back tight. Same on.
On third down, Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
11.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Breida. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Wait. 12, fellas. Here we go. Hey, Charlie.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
He's checking. Check. 1, Omaha. Recon, 132 fighter. They can't hang with us. Hey, look.
Garoppolo. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. To throw is Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin.
Here we go.
A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first, this one from 38. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Let's go right here.
Ingram again. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
20. Exit. Hey.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Barrett on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's get off the field, D. Check 37. Zip it. No. Showing it. Showing it. Stop. Go.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Max box. Mike. Give me that ball. That's it. Give me that ball, defense. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Whoa.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go. This is caught inside the 15. Then he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 33 yards that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch. Whip. Watch the whip. Go. Check 24. Trump. Check the backer. Hey, switch get.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 11-yard line.
Slam. Check 52. Zoom. He's coming. Double up. Double up.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Strip that ball.
To throw on 3rd down. Jackson. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
Check.
Stepping up, he'll try and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Mike 20. Watch the slant. Hey, Mike 20. Mike.
Jackson now to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D. Ford able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Sponge. No. Watch twist. Motion. Joker.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long, eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Bynes. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
I got you.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. They'll set up a screen for Breida. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Go. Hey, gun. Check 48's the mark. Crunch time.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Ingram. About 3 yards there to the 27. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Jim. Check nickel. Check 13. 56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. Let's go. Watch the hill. Check. Kill. Check. Lucky. Hey. Watch twist.
Jackson to throw on third down. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And this one is right down the middle. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. One play has him to the 37 here for first and nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw, Garoppolo. Flush to his right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side, gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the field goal got him back within one score, and now the focus lies on this onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They had to It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Check 26, check 26. Check safety, check safety.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Go, go. Go to the left because I'm about to take you to school. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
This time Jackson will throw it, escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Switch.
To throw is Jackson. Rolling to his right. It's complete to Snead. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Under 10.
They'll run here with Ingram. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's bring it. Big Ed, go.
And again, it's Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
56, Mike, 56. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Go. Check 49, check 49.
take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now a give coming right is Breida. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. 7-7, our score after 1.
Here we go. 180! 11. 36. Hey, Orbit. I got this. 57. Watch the pass. 57.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Completes it to Samuel. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check it out, 11.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hey, gun. Look up the knees, man. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. I got you.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Ferguson, his 2nd sack of the night. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Bus ball. The curls. Slam, slam, slam. No. Off. Extreme.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
29 is the Mike 29.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
29 is anyway. Mike 29. Ball trot. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Check three. You go tight. You got tight right there.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to go down again. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Shit. 11.
They run with Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This is Breida. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. Shit. 21.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it.
One, Omaha. 57's the mic. Watch flag.
They run for it with Breida, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Go. 29 is Mike 29. I don't think you got it, sir. He's checking. Crash. Shut up.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson forced out to his left. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Get in the right room.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
29 is Mike 29. Wild Bill. Hey, look. Go. 3. Short.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Towards the end zone for Brown, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
29 is Mike 29. I've got him. 29 is Mike 29. Here we go. Go. Check. Watch the safety creep. Go. Motion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Mike 29.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson steps away to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
up. But he
trusted
his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can. And that's caught inside the 30. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 74 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. Being chased out left. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. D. Ford in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. After the sack on first down, Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Switch! Switch! Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Check 24. Whip it. Hustle, hustle. 29. Mike 29. You got nothing.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, but it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
29 is a Mike. Mike 29. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Now Jackson throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 40 yards. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
It's a party now. Let's go. Heads here. Mike 29. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Whoa. 52.
Now Jackson. Flushed out right. Snead's got it. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. This is Ingram. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
I feel like we're going to see more and more of this continue to flow into the NFL game, and that is the quarterback run game. Not successful here going for 2, but it's not something that people shy away from totally anymore either.
In particular, do you think now a hit and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A big play there. Taking it in. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Tucker with the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Check. He's coming. Go ahead, man.
Breida, he'll try the right side. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout.
Here we go.
But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
21.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.